Hello YouTube, today we're going to discuss another benefit of having a home gym. It can be in your garage, can be in your basement, and can be in your living room. The ability to own the space in which you're going to exercise is incredibly beneficial and is going to potentiate your ability to make gains tenfold. And we're talking about distractions today. The distractions you're going to encounter in a commercial gym or in a social setting that will not exist if you train at home. And I'm also going to mention the distractions that don't exist, or rather, I will save that for another video. In this video, we're going to only focus on the benefits. So, first off, and something that's fairly obvious to anyone who went to a commercial gym, you're not going to have to deal with people. People are the worst, as we all know, and you have to somehow share equipment with them because they pay their memberships too. Meaning what? If you do some cable rows and some guy wants to walk in, unless you just want to go or alpha male on him and tell him no, then you'll have to let him walk in. And to be fair, a lot of guys would just accept the fact you don't want to walk in with them and just leave. And it's very easy to bully people off of equipment for some reason because they get very scared very easily. But that's not a good behavior to have in a commercial gym, and it can get you banned. Because if the staff gets involved, you're going to get in trouble. So that's one thing that won't happen in a home gym. In your home gym, it's you and only you. No one is going to come bother you. No one is going to watch you as you do your set. No one is going to interrupt you mid-set, as I've seen time and times again. I think for some reason the overhead press is like a magnet for people who want to talk. I've had people start talking to me when I was repping 150 on overhead press. Mid-rep, what indication did you get from this activity showed you I wanted to talk to you? Blows my mind, but it happens. So you're going to have to deal with those dummies that are going to be a hindrance. They're going to slow down your workouts because they want to talk. And if you're like me and you're too nice, you're not going to be able to tell them to go kick rocks, and therefore you're going to have to talk to them. They're going to take your equipment. If you show up to the gym and there's no bench, there's no bench. If there's no squat rack, there's no squat rack. You have to wait. So your schedule is dependent on others people's will, and that's awful. You don't want that. It's killing your gains, which is why this is one distraction you won't have to face. Another distraction is most commercial gyms are populated by police. They don't have a badge, they don't have a gun, but they have the authority to kick you out, and they have the power to make your life a nightmare. The gym staff. I don't have a good relationship with gym staffs. Maybe it's my fault, but they usually don't like me, and they usually historically have prevented me from working out. If you end up in any of those gyms or they have on the walls the sign, don't drop the weights, say goodbye to your deadlifts. Because the second you're going to make noise with any weight on the bar, they're going to start pestering you. And once they start, they never stop because they remember your face and they think you do that on purpose to set them off. So there are going to be distractions. Nothing is worse than doing reps on the deadlift on heavy weight and having a gym staff member mid-set waving in your face, like you're going to stop the set for them. No, you're going to finish it, but dummy over here is going to stand there and watch you disappointed like a soccer mom. That's a terrible distraction that having a home gym is going to prevent you from. I spent thousands of dollars in this home gym, but every single penny was worth it just to be able to avoid gym staff. I don't want to face those people ever again. They are a plague on this planet. Another thing with people is the opposite sex, or the same sex, depending how you swing. It's a distraction. I know it's nice. If you're straight, you go to the gym, you see chicks in leggings and everything. It's a good motivation, but it's also a distraction because it's taking away from the energy you should be spending lifting. And I know there are some memes who say that it's a test booster. If you get off from impressing those people, then yeah, maybe you're going to grind more. But mostly you're going to stare at some booty shorts over here and it's going to distract you, especially if you're a player. If you start talking with those people to get their numbers and everything, you're not really walking anymore, you're not training. You are chit-chatting with people. So that's a distraction. And if you're gay, if you're a dude who's into dude, the gym is probably the worst place for you to make gains because you're going to be surrounded by 95% guys. So you're always going to have your eyes darting left and right, where you should be actually lifting weights and training. You don't have that in your home gym. So it might be a curse at first, and it might even prevent some people from getting a home gym because most of the social contact they get with the other sex or the same sex is when they go to the gym. But it's a sacrifice you have to be ready to make to improve your muscular physique. That's people. Now that people are out of the way, let's talk about environment. What distractions are you going to encounter in a commercial gym? I'm not going to talk about weights being dropped because that's a gym. It's not a library. There's supposed to be noise being made. A noise that is completely intolerable, though, and that is going to be found in every commercial gym is the soundtrack. It's the radio playing, usually playing terrible pop songs that even if you have headphones, you're still going to hear it through the headphones. So you're going to crank up the volume of the headphones to not hear that. It's going to damage your hearing. For what? Because you don't want to hear Katy Perry for the 15th time in a row. How do you deadlift to pop music? It's not possible. So that's something that does not exist in a home gym. In a home gym, you can lift in silence if you're that type of person, or you can blare your own music with no noise around. That's a great thing. Another thing is, my personal uni gym, when I used to go there, those people loved making announcements. So every 15 minutes, they would talk on the thingy, the loudspeakers, to tell us the gym was going to close in like 5 hours, which was super distracting all the time. Also because sometimes they sneaked announcement in there. Because they did those stupid announcements every 15 minutes, no one listened to them, me included. So sometimes they actually did announcements that were important, like there is a fire, we're evacuating the gym, and I'm doing front squat, not paying attention, and then I have to rush out of the gym because there's a fire. That's not a good thing. So we covered people, we covered noises, and then there are visual distractions that are outside of the realm of just people existing in your field of vision. The gym is big, there's lights, there's people walking here and there, and it's going to create a space that is so big that if you actually calculate the amount of time that you spend walking from machine to machine, or to get weights, or from the entry to the locker room, to the locker room to the shower to the locker room again, then to the gym, you're actually wasting a ton of time. And that's time that can also be compounded with the travel time that you have to use to get to the gym. But that's going to be a video in itself. It participates in the distraction. Why? You're losing focus when you have to go grab 45s at the end of the gym, or some guy did leg press with 1/4 of the range of motion and he has all the 45s. The time you spend doing those back and forths, you waste time, you're losing your pump, you're losing your focus, your warm-up is now too long, you're losing strength, etc. With your home gym, you can have everything right there. It's right there ready to be set up, and that's priceless. So that's why I think you should build a home gym if you can. Right now, the time might not be the best because of the prices, because of the current crisis, but eventually you should build yourself up to be able to own your own personal space to train. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.